I got a little bit of wow, that sun is bright today. It's actually a lot cooler than it's been, and I'm in shorts. It's been over 80 degrees every day, and the mornings have been around 70 degrees, which is why you probably haven't heard me even talk about the temperature. That's the type of temperatures I love. But it's definitely not spring temperatures. Wow, I can't see a thing. Let's see. I forgot to mention the blood moon. I couldn't see it because it was cloudy, overcast. Wish it was sunny like this. Well, clear skies like this, but it's definitely was not. I'm in a really weird spot right now, and it is. I was part of a conversation, but not with my original group, and the gist of it is that they're pretty much ignoring me, and like I'm not even there. I was going to queueify a bunch of them, and I'm just kind of like, oh, it's like I'm saying things and it's not even registering. And I took a 2-week. Well, I didn't specify when I was going to be back, but I took 2 weeks off from Discord to try to recharge my batteries and focus my attention elsewhere. And basically, I came back, and it wasn't even like wasn't like they missed me. It was like I wasn't, like I said, it felt like I wasn't even there. There were definitely a few people that were, kind of like my heart. It's probably the best way to put it. And I feel bad because I wasn't on Discord to say hi or anything like that, or to be a part of it. But I'm just kind of like, yeah. They banned a few people, which I thought was not telling, but interesting. It speaks of what I was talking about before. They are definitely doing number pushes. They are all competing within the same, it's funny because if one person became the streamer out of the group, and I don't count because I was already streaming and I didn't become a Twitch streamer, so even though I almost did, I was part of that wave. If one person out of the group became a Twitch streamer, and the rest of them were basically, part of their gang of people that they hung out with, that would kind of make sense to me. But instead, or maybe even two people, but it would definitely split the faction. I very telling. Very, very telling where things are at. And I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Why am I even a part of this group? Like, why am I even like there? You know, I've already quit it once before, and I feel like it's. I'm just waiting for them to unfollow me on Twitter so that I can leave. So I can remove their follow and leave. I mean, already two people that I have like a very good rapport with don't follow me on Twitter. You know, I'm following them, and I even mentioned that I'm only mutuals. I don't follow people that basically, you know, without a follow back. And if you don't follow me back, that just means you don't want to be a mutual. I mean, it's that simple. I've been giving them the benefit of the doubt the whole way through, and I'm just kind of like, you know, it's not worth it. You know, and watching only the people who follow my Twitch, even though I'm not a streamer, but watching that's more than enough. You know, I have what 34 people, more than enough people. I don't need to watch anybody else. You have 35. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's like it's more than enough people to watch and support. I think I'm just gonna unfollow everybody. You know, with the exception of like Iron Mouse and stuff like that, which is she's really the only reason that I have the freaking Twitch. So. I'm just kind of like in like this weird zone. I don't want to be that person. I definitely don't want to be that person that basically, you know, as I grow, I forget about all the people that have supported me. But I'm just looking at like how much support have these people given me? None. Absolutely none. The people who support me know that they support me, know that they're there. You know, and the people who, you know, are basically just kind of casual and not really involved with me, you know, some of them are like in charge of things. Some of them I've given them positions, you know, moderator positions and stuff like that. And they're not even part of like anything that I'm doing. And when I first had my breakdown and I was going through a lot of shit, especially with what was going on with Twitch, their only response was, I'm sorry to see you go. You've been here from the start, and I will miss you. And, you know, that was their way of saying, you know, please don't go. I support you, what you're doing. No, you don't support anything that I'm doing. You've never mentioned that you support what I'm doing, and you don't help. It's so fucking ridiculous. And I'm basically just been blindly going through this all the way through. And maybe I don't see it, or maybe maybe there's something there that I'm not seeing. I don't know. But I gotta make some hard decisions, and I gotta make them soon. And you know, I'm in the middle of my own you know, this is my streaming journey, and I'm in the middle of it all. You know, this is I'm in the twilight of it, or I could be just at the beginning. I could be opening new doors to new things. You know, as unpopular as these videos are, and you know what, I'm going to eventually, because shooting them live has not been, there's nothing going on with shooting these things live. I mean, yes, the half hour is not enough time for people to figure out that I'm doing this. Definitely I need to be streaming it for 2 hours, 3 hours, and stuff like that. And who knows, maybe I'll just do a complete streaming live of it all. Like I do a day once I get 24 hours worth, which I am quickly closing in on. Because I already have, I just hit 40. Yeah, so this will be 41. Yeah, I'm already at 20 hours worth of 20 hours at least of content that just in commuting alone. And maybe I'll do that as part of the subathon. And maybe it'll be one day because I'm just at the point where it's just like I'm about to dump them as moderators and start really actively looking for people who will actually be active moderators. I don't know what direction I need to be going in. I think I'm done with the group. It really, it's hard for me to imagine that in 2 weeks' time that much had changed. And maybe it's me. Maybe it's because like I got that freaking DM from that person. Not apology to me. That really has me going. I don't think I've recovered from it. I think I'm still pissed off over it. And I am happy. There's a part of me that's happy that they don't. That's the part of me that's happy that people don't really watch my videos, because I don't want a person like that watching my videos. But that's different than the people that the community that I'm not a part of. That's really what it boils down to. This community that I'm here in, that I've attached myself to, but I don't belong. I imagine that they accepted me, but they don't. My ideas are ignored, and I want to really bring this home, because they swore to me that they were going to create the community that from my unit, and you know what? They freaking succeeded. And I told them not to do it. I told them to build their own, and they decided that they pretended like they were building their own, but they really kept their promise of like building the exact same thing. It is that. And with multiple streamers going on and all feeding each other. I mean, literally, it's there's a little influx of money. A few people actually are pretty much supporting the whole gist. And other than that, there's no real money being made. Everybody's just cycling the money around, and the more they cycle it around, the more Twitch makes. So it is just awful. It's awful. And I am just at the point where I'm fed up with it all. And I think that's what I think they see it. I think this also might be like something that I've created. Because I think they see it in me. I think they see, they see that my frustration and my fed upness. And, here I am taking another fucking break, and I have no plans of returning, but I didn't quit everything again, and I'm just doing this sort of thing. And look at me, I just came back like as if nothing had happened. And there was another person who's doing the exact same fucking thing that I did, but you know what? They're going to be welcomed back with open fucking arms because they're part of the community. They belong in the community. That's why they'll be welcomed back. Not because of anything else other than the fact that they belong to this community. And I don't. It's also gotten larger. There's also more people coming in. There's also a lot of people I don't recognize. And it doesn't help with people changing their usernames all the time. And I'm kind of clicking on them to find out who they are. But there's so many new people that were not part of the original group. And most of them are streamers themselves. So it's literally like a streamers community, and not even just a streamers community, a Twitch streamers community. And I am not a Twitch streamer. Maybe that's the only difference. Only thing that's different, that because I have not become a Twitch streamer, the only difference with what I'm going through right now, and this community, that I have to admit, I've never belonged to it. I've never belonged to it. I've been a part of it, but I've never belonged. And as far as being accepted, any acceptance that I felt is gone, and it all felt delusional. And that is Mayuni's fault. That, or not her fault in she directly did this, because I did this. This is me doing it. But it's because of how much I invested in being a part of the Mayuni community. And when it all got torn down, and it just became another group of people following a streamer, just like every other group of people, which they call a community in Twitch, and they're all freaking just as fake as the next one. It's all fake. And my feelings and my emotions that I put into it, those are real, but the truth of the matter is that I have to know that what those feelings are going to is to nothing. The attachment is not there. This isn't a community. This isn't, these aren't that. Can they build them? Yes. Do people have that? Yes. I'm not even going to doubt any of that, because people do belong to these things, and they're strong that way. But when I literally watched them do the playbook of culling, it damn near broke me, because you can't, getting rid of the bad, the quote-unquote bad in a community, is a lot more difficult than just putting out bans. Working through a person, and them coming to the agreement that they're not a fit, and them leaving without being banned should be the goal. Because if they want to stay, they have to learn to play by the rules of the community. Like I have, and I'm going to bring it up. For the Sparks, there is literally just one rule: don't bully. And I know that feeds into a whole lot of things, and it can be put up to interpretation, and it could be a whole mess of stuff. And it could also be the reason why my community is not growing, and it's stagnated, and it literally is just me having a conversation pretty much with myself. I mean, one person came in the other day, yesterday, to tell me that I freaking set my stream to private. So after 2 hours of streaming, I was set on private. And not only was that set on private, this was set on private as well. So I had two freaking things that people were liking and retweeting to the world that were set to private, which means that nobody could see them except for me. Because I didn't give permission to anybody else but me. So how insane was that? Yeah, so I'm very happy that they told me that, and I'm very happy that I'm glad they told me as soon as they found the stream. I mean, they were quick, and it made Sparks have a use. That's the first use that Sparks has had since December. Yeah, I was actually going back and looking through and seeing how much activity my site has had, and it literally is all me. I mean, there is almost nothing from anybody else. Yes, one person posted a bunch of pictures. They were very nice. They were very sweet. But as far as like, revealing themselves and talking about themselves and stuff like that, almost everybody has a response to me. And yeah, it feeds my ego and everything like that, but I have to chalk it up to being a failure. There's nothing on my site that I can't find about me elsewhere. The only difference between Spark and like other communities that I belong to is the fact that I don't hold back on Sparks. I just talk about whatever's on my mind. If something's bothering me, I reveal it. Most of the stuff I have to work through on my own, but I still reveal it as it's coming in. And that's the only difference between that and other places. Other places I don't even reveal any of that stuff. But I have interaction with people, so there is that. I still don't find the usefulness in Sparks anymore. It's not what I thought the Discord server would be. I thought it was going to be like all games and stuff like that, lots of fun. But it's not that, and I'm not a way station. Like the community that I belong to delve into other communities, because that's pretty much what that is. But the banning has started, and definitely don't want to be around to say I told you so. And we are going to. That is. We are. I feel like we are so quickly reaching that point. Like it is literally almost like a hype train itself, pulling out of the station and heading down the tracks, and there's no stopping it once it starts. I don't want to be doom and gloom about it, and I don't want to say ill about it, but I am not going to be hurt by it. How's that sound? Especially because it is a lot of the freaking bullshit that I cried and cried and cried already. I really cared about my uni and the community when I've written so many parody songs for her and sang them. The difference is I published all those songs. I mean, she still has the record for the most songs. I mean, when I was doing the copyright free, the no music videos, they were, a lot of them were my uni songs. And, so there was a lot. I invested a lot into her, into the community, into everything that we were doing, because I felt like not only was the community there for me, but she was there for me as well. And she's a very generous person, a very giving heart, and I know she calls herself naive, and as people take advantage of that. I guess that's something that she's either learned or learning, but I hope she finds all the happiness in the world. I'm telling you, my heart is just broken with it, and I have not recovered from it. The protection that I felt within that community, the thing that happened to me on Twitch with the 7-day ban, the week ban, that thing would not have happened if I stayed in the community, in my English community. No. That's how much protection I don't know if it would. It might have still happened. Who knows? But I definitely wouldn't have been branching out like I did. I would have definitely relied more heavily on my Unis community than delving into other communities and stuff like that, and kind of aligning myself and pretty much wasting a lot of time with it all. I definitely there is a sense of listlessness that I had, and you can see it in the videos that I was producing at the time, and even though there were fewer, you can see it in the songs that I was singing, the parodies that I wrote, all when I left the community. You can definitely see it. And the sad part about it is there isn't that many. And that was not done on purpose, but that was literally how it all culminated. And I am what I am, and it is a lot of choices, and I'm not going to say any of them were poor choices. I mean, the fact that I nearly abandoned the YouTube channel speaks for volumes for what I was going through at the time. And I can't even say that it was a waste or anything like that. It that this was my journey, and I'm trying to figure out the best route for my journey. Now, finally leaving, and I know that there's a couple people, and only a few, only a handful, that would find me again, and the fortunate thing is that there's a really good chance that they're watching these videos. There's a few people that actually watch my videos. I don't know if they watch the commuting videos, but I know that they watch a bunch of my videos, and it's very heartwarming. I mean, the art streams have been amazing for my my well-being. I have to say that I can't stress that enough. Like, if I could bottle the art streams, and that's the reason why it drives me crazy when I do freaking weirdo things, like I don't turn my mic on, or my mic is attached to my headset mic and nobody's hearing a word that I'm saying, but at least you're watching me draw. And or I set the video to private. Now nobody can watch it. It's the reason why that video has the least amount of views. It's like I set myself up for it, especially because I was just on an upswing. I had Mama Vale commenting. Oh my God, thank you, Mama Vale, for commenting. We're like best friends now. You guys should comment. I learned my lesson on that. If you just heard what I said about with Mayone and stuff like that, I did it with other streamers as well. I kind of attached myself to them, became part of their group and everything like that, and thought we were, comrades or whatever. And the truth is we're not. There's a business called show, and I hope that nobody feels like that with me. Like you don't belong here, like you don't, or I look down on you, or I don't know. I'm not saying that the big streamers look down on you. Just they don't have the time. It's you have I'm starting to like realize like how much actual physical time is spent just dealing with how people are. There are people, and I'm not gonna call them oversharers, but it's kind of what they do. They bring up too much personal stuff, and the hardest thing about that is that it's like how much of it is real. Because once you start investing yourself into especially somebody else's pain, you think that it's all real, and what they're doing is they're sensationalizing their pain, and it's not as bad as it seems. And I'm not downplaying people's pains and people's hurts and stuff like that, because that would be stupid and foolish. But I'm saying that people manufacture a lot of the things that they say, especially the ones who share. The ones who are going through the ones who are really going through the shit are the silent ones, or the ones like me, and I am notorious for this. I'll talk about anything else but it. Um, I can be distracted from my pain like there's nobody's business, and I definitely work very hard at trying to keep my focus, because it is really easy for me to. 1 second, let me just check. Yeah, I got. Still got 10 minutes. I can do this. But it could be really easy. So like look how distracted I was just on time. But it's really easy for me to basically focus in on something else, because that's what I do. That's what I've been taught. That's my entire thing. Is like, don't focus in on the pain. Focus in on something else. Switch. Divert your attention. Compartmentalize stuff, and it doesn't make the pain go away. It just puts the pain in a different spot so I can deal with it. And when the pain gets too much, people were like, "Why did Sean freak out? Why did Sean lose? Why did Sean lose it? Everything was going great, right? And all of a sudden he just lost it because it was just one more thing added to my pain. I have financial woes. At any time, like I say, at any time, I'm one bad day away from freaking total ruin. One bad day away. And I don't even know how I'm going to get my head above water on this one. And that's just financial. I don't know. But I go to work every day. That's why you guys see these commuting videos. I do this all the time, and this is how my time is now. But I gotta go into work. I am gabbing. But I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're having a wonderful time doing it. And because you are awesome, you are valuable, and you are definitely worth it. And if you're on this journey with me, I mean, I want to say that it's worth it. It's worth it, and your journey is worth it. Like I said, because you are valuable. You are definitely worth it. You are definitely worth the journey. You're definitely worth the exploration into yourself and to discover who you are. But I got to go to work. So as always, cool beans. All right, take care.